Hello and welcome back to another video. I don't really know how to describe today's video, to be honest. I'm just going to have to kind of see how it goes. But basically, I have plans. I shouldn't say plans. It's more ideas, because plans would suggest that I have everything worked out and know exactly what I'm going to do, I suppose. I have ideas for the old farmyard, basically. So this is what we have. This is the old shed. You would have seen this before. This is where we put our timber. The 135 is in here and a few other bits and pieces. It's very dark now, so I don't think you'll be able to see it. But this was the old milking parlor. So this is what they used back in the day. So you can still kind of see the cubicles there. You can still see the pipes going into the dairy out of here and all of that. So this is where the cows are milked. And then we have this, and don't judge me for the state of it. It's going to be dark as well, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, and it's probably better. But yeah, I don't think you'll be able to see. I'll come in and see. This is what the dairy was then, way back in the day. So they stopped milking around the late 80s, I think. And everything is still here. All the pipes are here. The glass jars are here. The cooler isn't here and stuff, but a lot of the stuff is still here to this day, and this place itself has just kind of become a dumping ground, to be honest, and probably more so since myself and Rob moved in nearby. Just tend to just throw the crap that we don't want in here, and it's kind of open to the elements. There's holes in the roof, as you can see there. Some of the timbers have rotted as a result, and I kind of got an idea. Well, I've probably had this idea for a few years, but this year then I kind of started taking it a bit more seriously, I suppose. And I said, we've no garden shed for our house above. And why would we be paying for a full garden shed when we have this here that, with a bit of work and a bit of TLC and a bit of professional help as well, we can surely get kind of a garden shed for us to put our, garden furniture into, and bits and pieces, lawnmower and whatever. And then also to hang our tools up and stuff like that, shovels, pikes, stuff like that. So the first stage of my plan up here anyway is going to be to convert this. So the work is going to be done in sometime in September. So this is the last week of August that I'm recording this. So I am under serious pressure to get it cleaned out, not cleaned out, but emptied out, so that my builder can do the repair works and stuff like that. So I'm going to start that today by ripping out all that dairy equipment. And I don't know how easy or difficult that is going to be, but that's what I'm starting with anyway. And I could be in there all day, or it might just take a few hours. I'm going to order a skip then once I've that done, because I said there's no point in me ordering a skip if I am unable to take that stuff out, because I want everything gone now. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'll set it up on time lapse. I don't know if it'll record in the dark, first of all, and if it's going to make anything. If it doesn't make the cut, you'll know why, but I'll show you what it looks like once I have it ripped off anyway. The second phase of the plan for up here then, we're going to skip the cow shed and we're going to come over back here. The idea now is I'm going to get a digger in here and clear the whole lot so I can see what space I'm working with. And I think it should open it up nicely. It's not a massive space. That's the boundary there. You can see the trees. And that's the shed there. But it's still a nice bit of space and I don't want it wasted. So my idea for back here is, for now, clear it all. And I'll put some of the equipment back here for the winter, the muck spreader, topper, things like that, that won't fit inside in the shed, because it is a very sheltered area back here. So I think it's better to have them here than where I have them at the moment. I suppose the longer term plan then is for me to put up some sort of machinery shed. I say machinery shed, like obviously I don't have a whole lot of machinery, but I'm at a point now where I have a few bits and pieces and I'm having to leave them out over winter, and we know things don't last if they're out in all the elements. So I'm thinking some sort of simple structure, obviously just put in some steel, some sheeting on it, and have it open at the front, and it'll basically be coming out from the ditch facing into the cowshed, is what I have in my head, and just have it big enough so that I can put my few bits and pieces in it, maybe store my straw in there as well, and my abundance of firewood that is taking over the shed here. And the reason why I want to do all of that is because ultimately I want to use this old milking parlour, this old cowshed, I want to convert it into a usable space. So at the moment, it is very much just used for storing, mostly timber, posts, the trailer is in here, and a lot of bits and pieces that really just need to be dumped now in the next few days when I get the skip, to be honest. But without having that machinery shed, or, you know, the shed to put the timber in and things like that, I have nowhere to put these things. So I need that to be done first before we can tackle clearing this place out and then coming up with a plan to make it a usable space. We've been thinking up different ideas for it. This shed in its current form isn't going to cut it for today's, you know, farming. It's just not big enough. It's not wide enough. I think the length is actually okay, because it's not like I'm going to be going from, you know, 6-7 cows to 30 cows. That's not where I'm going with this. But I just want to make life a little easier for myself and a bit more straightforward. But even so, this shed is just too tight. There's just not enough air coming in either. Ultimately, I'm thinking what I want this to be is to carry more cows. So below we can carry 6 cows comfortably in the pen, and we will also have the calving pen there, and we'll probably put in a second calving pen down there. If I could have another 6 or 7 cows up here and have another calving pen here, it would just mean we would be far more comfortable. We wouldn't have to be sticking cows and calves everywhere. And the idea would be for this to be just completely straw bedding. So probably 2 larger pens where the cattle share, and then 1 calving pen where they come in to calve, and then once they're done, they go out. As I said, this won't do. It just isn't big enough for that. So we will probably have to end up pushing out that wall, breaking out that wall basically, and going out that way. But obviously, I need to see how much space I have out there. I need to see how much space the machinery shed will take up, and see if any of this is actually doable. I will, of course, need professional help to tell me if I can or can't do this, and to design a shed that suits us. But that's the kind of long-term goal for here. It's not going to happen anytime soon. I will need to get planning permission to put up the machinery shed. I'll need to get professionals in to design this. I'll have to get costings from a few different companies. If anyone has had good experience with companies, let me know, because I have a few in my head. But if there's some that I haven't thought about and people would recommend them, please do. You know, I'll have to go to the financial advisor. All these things will take time. But that's why I'm starting with what I believe are the smaller jobs first, and then this is the big job. But I'm trying to buy myself a bit of time, to be honest. And at the end of the day, I have to pay for all of this as well. And I need to do it in the most cost-effective way as possible, because we all know we're not making a fortune from suckler cows here and on the size of farm we're on. I do get a lot of messages from people saying, oh, it's fine for you to get the tractor or doing the YouTube. It's fine for you to do this with the YouTube. And all I will say is YouTube does not pay what people think it pays. That is all I will say, especially with the amount of viewers and subscribers and views that I get. Yes, it's great to get it, and it's a great help for maybe the smaller purchases around the farm. I can take care of those. but I am not making the big bucks. Trust me, I am not. And especially when you take tax out of it in the end as well, you're not left with a whole lot. But I am grateful for every bit that I get, and absolutely it will go towards doing this work. There's no doubt about it. But at the end of the day, it is going to be the day job that funds this project, and there's no getting away from that. I've no intention of quitting the day job because it allows me to afford things like this, where otherwise there is no way this could happen. So yeah, I am grateful for everything I make on YouTube, but trust me, there is not the money in it at my level that people think there is. Unfortunately, I wish there was. But that's the idea here. I know some people are really good with this sort of thing, so I am absolutely open to suggestions if people think I can use the space better or whatever. All I will say is, guys, please understand that there is a budget on this. I cannot tear this shed down. It has sound walls and it has a sound roof. I'll probably have to redo the floor, all right. And as I said, break out that wall. That will mean more steel. Put a roof out there as well, probably leaning outwards. But at the end of the day, I need to use the structure I have here. So I would love to have some grand plans, but that's just not going to be the case here. But yeah, all ideas and any advice is welcome. But that's kind of the plans I have, ideas I have for up here. But for now anyway, I'm going to get stuck into the dairy, and hopefully I'll get a bit of footage of that. We'll get the digger in hopefully within the week and get a bit of that done as well, and hopefully get a bit of footage of that. And then this is going to be the longer term plan. First piece. I suppose first of all I should explain why I am doing this, and I'm not trying to use screwdrivers and whatever. Everything here is so old that I came in with the screwdriver and tried to turn the screws. There is no way anything was budging. Gave things a couple of flakes, of course, like I like to do as well, and nothing. So Dad told me to get this from the shed. I can't remember what he called it. Was it like a bolster or something like that? I don't know. I think I made that up. But he said to get this, and in fairness, it worked very well on that. So I'm just trying to figure out what to do now. I was going to go at this one, but I think I might take this one first because it's kind of in the way. And I'm not really sure what happens when I get to the tanks and stuff like that, and the jars, but I'm going to figure that out as I go. I think the ones down here at the back, is my head in the way, might be able to make it out, but there's a few like joints connecting things. I have the Sawzall there, so I'm not great with the Sawzall. I've only used it once and I didn't like it, but I'm going to chance that on those few bits because I don't see how else I'm going to be able to get them out. It's going to be a long day though. This is definitely going to be more difficult than I thought, but look, we'll get a bit of rage out anyway while we're at it. Oh,
Well, you up for that?
oh my god. That was not my fault. Oops. So this needs to come off, and I think I'm just going to have to batter that off as well. There's a pipe, another pipe going through there, but my problem is now, I don't know, is it covered in firewood? I'll have to go in and see, but I'll try and sawzall it as well. I'll take off that board, and then this I'm going to have to get a hand with. I don't know, is that a pump or something? I don't know, but I'll take the metal off anyway, off the top of it, and then I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Maybe I'll have to get Rob to do it with another man, one of the brother-in-laws or something. And we'll get that out of here. And after that then it's just superficial stuff that will go in the skip. I think I'll keep that milk churn because it's cute. Dad said the bottom might be gone out of it, but hopefully not. And I'll clean it up. And then we've this nice pot jug type thing as well, which is really nice. So I'll keep that as well, just as mementos of our milking days here. But yeah, we're getting there. I'll take off these last few. No, I'm going for a drink of water now first, and maybe a bit of chocolate to keep me going here, and I'll get those off then. And yeah, we'll get the skip in a few days. But happy with this progress now. Now, I'm not sure how much you'll be able to see with the lighting here, but that's everything. The whole lot done. I used the Sawzall again to just disconnect whatever pipe that pump was going into. I'll have to get the lads to take that out of the way, alright. And then I might get in and see if I have to cut it again at the wall. Or maybe I'll just be able to bash it out. I don't know. I've no idea what it's connected to in there. But that's it. That's, I think, whoa, I think that's the hard work in here done. Well, no, it's not. I mean, the hard ripping out is done. I think taking out the dresser now and stuff like that is going to be quite difficult. I'll probably try and break that down into pieces. I would want a full hazmat suit in here when I'm getting into the nitty-gritty, cleaning it out. I will be absolutely freaked out. I'm going to put on my waterproofs and my mask and everything, because this place has been open to the elements for too long. Thankfully, we have the cats around, so I'm not worried about anything jumping out on top of me, but I might be a bit concerned about something decomposing or something and me coming across it. So I will have the full gear on now when the skip arrives and I'm throwing everything out. But yeah, delighted to get that done, because to be honest, I really didn't think I'd be able to do it, and I definitely didn't think I'd be able to do it on my own. So obviously I got a bit of guidance from Dad, which was badly needed, but I did it. The Sawzall is my new friend. Can you see that blade? Is that normal? Or am I really terrible with the Sawzall? And I fear I already know the answer to that question, but did not look like that when it started. But anyway, it did the job for me and I got it done. So phase 1 of the big clear out done. Okay, so now the skip has arrived and I need to just get started in here, and I honestly have no idea where to start with it. The skip is looking quite small now when I think about all the stuff I have here, and I have a few bits below as well that I want to bring up, so I just have to be a bit tactical on how I fill it now to try and make the most out of it. But yeah, I'll just start and we'll see how empty we can get this place by the evening time. I'll need some help with a few bits, but I'll probably manage a lot of it on my own. Look what I just found. Ignore the hair. I'm so afraid of spiders. I had to stick it up at the top of my head. I assume that's the one that's missing off the side of the 135. So I will not be throwing that away. I don't think I can use it again. It is completely damaged, but I won't be throwing it away anyway. Delighted I found that. It's amazing going through the stuff, like it's really nostalgic, I suppose, in a way. Do you know, I'm finding stuff there, do you know, that I remember for Nana and Grandad using years ago. There was a trunk in there. It actually just completely fell apart though as soon as I touched it. Just the whole trunk fell apart. But it's actually the trunk that they used to move back from England in the 60s. So that was in there, and just bits and pieces that, you know, even stuff that I used to groom my pony with, the brushes are in there, and yeah, it's nice, but look, you can't keep on to things forever either, except for this. I'm keeping on to this. No pet. Rob's above in the house. Well, I'm back out today now to show you the big reveal, not to get your hopes up or anything, but I was trying to pick a nice dry day to show it, because look, everything always looks better on a dry day, but unfortunately I don't think I'm going to get that, and it doesn't look like I'm going to get it anytime soon. So I will show you my little shed project first, what it looks like now, and then I'll go around the back and show you what that looks like. And this is what it looks like now. I'm sorry, I seem to have a shaky hand today and I've no idea why. So I hope it's some way stable for you there. But as you can see, the whole place has been tidied out. Everything is off the walls. The pump is out from the back, everything. The only thing left now is the fuse board below, the electric fence, and these couple of bits that I didn't throw out. This is all that survived in this whole place that was full. So that's stage one, just waiting on the builder to come now. You'll see as well the amount of water that is coming through here, especially with the weather we've had now over the past couple of weeks. The ground is just getting saturated, and all those walls there. So they'll get a good power washing as well, hopefully clean them up nicely. And then, yeah, there'll need to be a bit of work done there, as you can see, some rotting boards and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm looking forward now to seeing what it looks like once it's watertight anyway, at least. And I'll give you an update when it is. So yeah, I'm happy with that. It was great to just get it done. I didn't think I'd be able to do all that myself. And yeah, it's amazing what you can do when you just say, right, I just need to start somewhere and get it done. Worst part here now at the moment is here. I'm going to bring up the bucket on the loader one of the days now and see if I can just scrape that all back and then scoop it up. It's just after getting really, really messy. I could probably do with putting in a fill of gravel or something. just to tidy it up until maybe we do something bigger further down the line, but that'll be even after all my other plans. But I'll give you a look where I'm standing now. I almost walked through the whole thing. I'll give you a look first and then we'll talk about it. It's a bit of a transformation, isn't it? I can't get over it. And I mean, did it take him? I don't think it took him 4 hours to do it. It's just amazing what those diggers can do, and with someone who can operate one well as well. Just have a bit of sheeting there. We'll see if I need any extra. I have some pulled out already for fixing the roof on the shed there, but we'll see if I need any more. And then we just have some old steels here that my dad had when he had plans to do a bit of a lean-to job here before his accident. So they're still there, but I don't think we'll need them for anything, so I'll give them to someone. But I'll probably move them out of my way up by the sheeting, I'd say, the next day, because I want to start bringing in my bits and pieces here. But yeah, like there does seem to be a fair bit of space back here now. I think it will fit what I have in my head, but I suppose, yeah, look, I need somebody who's in the know to come out and measure up and have a look at things. But the aim would kind of be for the roof to come out there behind me, angled up, and then I suppose the building up along the ditch here would also angle up. And then you wouldn't be left with a whole load of room to drive through here, but I would be suspecting the roofs would be high enough anyway that you could get your tractors in and stuff. But I still think there's enough room. It looks like a decent space there. We've good concrete back here as well. Just where I'm standing now, they finished the concrete. I have no idea why. Some of it is quite light. It'll probably have to be broken up. But back here, it's actually quite good. And you could have some bit of a handling area out here. This is the end of the shed, say, so we looked down into it. That's the door at the other end. But yeah, good concrete there. We have an old bath, so that might come in handy at some stage. And there's actually a really old roller there, possibly used by horses back in the day. That came out of here as well, so we've left it there for now anyway. But everything that came out of here is there behind me. He just created this nice ditch back here under the trees, because I wouldn't be putting in anything under there anyway, and it's just a great use of the space. Nice and clean job. I'm absolutely delighted with it. There's a couple of bits of rubbish and stuff that I'll pick up as I go, but yeah, this is it. Really happy with it. So I'm going to start using it soon anyway. My Nana will be absolutely delighted to see the muck spreader and the box gone from her view, and I'll put them back here for the winter. And as I said, they should be quite sheltered there under those trees anyway, and back here is very sheltered anyway. But yeah, phase one done. I need to just get my backside in gear now and maybe try and contact a few companies and yeah, find out a little bit more, maybe go to the ag advisor and stuff like that. But all in time. We'll get it done bit by bit, but great to have this cleared anyway. I can see the potential in the place now, or get an idea of it anyway. And this is it. So look, as I mentioned earlier in the video, if anybody has any advice or anything, just don't tell me to knock and rebuild, because I'm just not going to. I just can't. I can't afford it. I don't want a big loan out for this. So that's not going to be on the cards. But yeah, look, hopefully it'll pan out and hopefully it won't drag on for years and years. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I really think this video is going to be a whopper, so I'll try and cut down what I can, but there was a fair bit happening, so I don't want to cut it all out either. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, something a little bit different, and hopefully you'll be here at the start of something new for this farm, which will be pretty cool. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. If you liked it, give me a like. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Thank you.